think I'm live. That's not what I wanted. Let me get my link. And control me. Live. Alright. Down. Alright. Once people start getting in. I scroll up. Not now. Thank you. Okay. Audio, video good. Good evening, Dave from Oak Knob Farm. So I want you to let me know real quick if there is any desync in voice and face moving. I'm doing something a little different. I want to know if it works or not. Just let me know here a little bit. Okay, so yeah, what I'm doing is I'm using my phone as a webcam, sort of. And then I have it plugged into my laptop. Yeah, okay. I have it plugged into my laptop. And I noticed in preview, it looks like there's a little desync, but I'm not sure once I'm live if there's a little desync. And then I'm using my laptop mic because it's a little bit, it picks up a little bit better than my phone mic. Okay, that's good. All right. But I will be right back. I need to go grab something from upstairs. If anyone else joins, just tell them I'll be right back. All right, sorry. Need to go grab a drink. I forgot a drink. It's just sitting right up on my desk up at the top of the stairs. All right. So, this week, I'm not going to lie, I didn't get anything done. Yep, drinks are important. Uh, I've had like severe back pain since last Wednesday. It started Thursday morning, went away Monday-ish, and then came back again today. So I've been just trying to take it easy and not do anything down here with as far as lifting and bending over. And you kind of have to walk down my stairs backwards to get down here. So it's hasn't been a fun week. But something I did get. Pasty mouth, yes. But as you can see, this is what's causing the slight delay, audio and video. Something I did get, if my webcam doesn't, or my tripod doesn't break here, I got this nice little thing from the trash. Let's set it up here. It's in great shape, other than this leg here. I don't know if you can see it. It's cracked. Oh, it's cracked just right. You can't see my finger. Like right there, it's just cracked. Right about there. That's the only problem I have with it. So I have another project to add to my list. Had a bad back injury 20 years ago. I can relate. I'm okay 99% of the time. Though, yeah, I don't know what I did to my back. It just, I started having spasms Thursday, and it was just terrible pain. Um, and it just persisted through the weekend, and then Monday it started feeling a little bit better. And then today it started hurting again. It started flaring up. So it's a it's been a rough week. For those who don't know, who aren't in content creators, we my girlfriend was actually in the hospital all week too. Left a terrible position, got a bulging disc. Oof. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. That sounds like something you'd go to the hospital for. um, but my girlfriend, she was in the hospital most of all weekend, and then she just got released last night. So she was there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. She's there for 4 days, and she's doing better. She just wasn't generally just wasn't feeling good, and I guess she had slight food poisoning. That's what was causing her stomach to feel good, and why she went in. Um, and then she was also just feeling lightheaded and whatnot. They said they thought that might be caused by just general stress, and then it also turned out that her heart rate was very high, and we don't know why. They released her last night. They still don't know why her heart rate it's still up 100 plus, even when resting. So, and she's still feeling a little lightheaded, a little dizzy if she stands and walks around too much. So we don't really know. Um, but for the most part, she's feeling better. She's actually currently laying up in bed watching TV shows on her phone. But so yeah, heart rate high because she's worried about the medical bill. Yeah, probably after 4 days in the hospital with them doing practically nothing other than giving her fluids. So that's going to be a big bill. I don't want to see. Um, no, excuse me. But so with this new project, that adds to my long, ever growing list of projects. And Sam, uh, in the content creators Discord, shared a picture of a man who's collecting balloons. But on the balloons, they say a new project, new idea, something I want to build, and I relate to that quite a bit, actually, uh, to the point that I decided I need to make a giant. I need to make a to-do list board because I have so many little projects that I forget about. I don't get to. I keep setting them off to the side and not getting to them. So I brought. You have many balloons. Yes, me too. Me too, Dave. Um, I've gotten the assistance of an old project that I kind of made as a bit of a gag. I wanted to make these little Santas that you can make put like a nice little whiteboard, or you can get chalkboard paint it on, decorate up nice for around Christmas time for the kids. Um, well, I made this guy over here. Uh, yeah, it's a 6 foot tall Santa that has a giant list. So I can come over here. right there. Nice big. I got, I'd say probably 5 feet of space, and that's what I did this week. That's my project for the week. I'm done. I'm not doing any more projects. That's done. I can rest for the rest of the week. That's how it works, right? You get one project done a day, or I mean a week. Sounds good to me. Um, but I'm eventually going to fill that nice list out for next week. The naughty side, new lights for my hangout spot, and a nice side, fix leaky sink. Yeah. Well, I'll turn it back over. I mean, in theory, I could have a naughty side. I could very easily do that. My so what we did with him after I made him was we live in a kind of a sketchy neighborhood, so we filled his eyes in red. Hard to hear when I'm okay. My mic just streaming from my phone might be better in that case. Um, but we filled in his eyes red, and we wrote under all where the to do list is always watching or I'm always watching or something, and we put it up in front of our back door under the blinds, and then just to be creepy people that we are, scare off anyone who wants to break into my house. But yeah, we did that with him, and then the eyes were stained for the longest time red. And we put him over on the other side of the basement where our washer and dryer is, or at least I put him there, and I put him back behind a pile of stuff where you could still see his face and his stained red eyes watching you while you did laundry. Uh, I think my girlfriend's gonna be a lot happier that he's over here staring at me now. But I did get all of the red marker that was stained on there, and I couldn't get off with my favorite cleaner and degreaser can of Citral. Oh, I keep looking at my webcam on my laptop instead of at my phone. Um, this stuff just works wonders. If you can find it and you can buy it, it takes everything off. I love it. I swear by it. I had like 4 cans of it, but that's the only can I can find now. I don't know what happened to the other ones. Um, I'm just happy I didn't pay for them, I guess. But the can says smells like oranges and what is it? Cleans like crazy, and it does just that. It cleans like crazy. Um, some updates I have. Um, the packages that I got. Do you know? Do you know if it's biodegradable? Is there supposed to be an if there, or is biodegradable a cleaning product? Back to me there. Because if it's a cleaning product, I don't know of it. Um, is Citral biodegradable? I have no clue. I would expect not. To be honest, I would have to really look into it. I can read further into it and message you on content creators because I have no idea. Um, but updates. So uh, the packages that I had received last week, I put those out. I called UPS. They told me oh yeah, we'll schedule a pickup either Thursday or Friday. Okay. I put them out. I put them out on my porch. They took my address. They said just put them out on the porch. Put them on the porch Thursday. Put them on the porch Friday. Put them on the porch Saturday. I took them in each night because, like I said, I live in a kind of a sketchy neighborhood. And they never picked them up. I tried to do the right thing. So I am going to hold them a month. I want to hold them till the first Wednesday of March. Maybe even the second Wednesday, since it's a short month. Just in case that guy does come looking for them. Uh, because he might go and look, see, hey, I had him shipped this address. He might come knocking on my door looking for the packages. They're his. He paid for them. I'll give them to him. Fair enough. But uh, if he doesn't come looking for them in a month, I'm going to assume he forgot about them or he doesn't want them. I looked at the packing slip. I know what's in it. I could use it possibly in the future. So I'm going to keep them if he doesn't come get them. Because there's some nice stuff in that one box. I only showed you the little 2-drawer bench. There's another box that we got, and it was just full of nice tools. Another update. UPS will forget about you. They don't care. He will get a refund, and you get a toy. I hope that's the case. I hope he calls UPS, complains to UPS. I hope he calls Sears, complains to Sears. That he doesn't get them. I hope he gets his refund and forgets about it. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna hold it just in case he comes knocking, because you never know. Another update. I got that kerosene heater, that old kerosene heater. I'm gonna lift this up slowly in my preview. I got that all taken apart. I got that all cleaned up. All cleaned up. I just need to I need to find a wick. I need to buy a wick. And then I need to get 2 kerosene jugs. I want to remove this old kerosene because I have no clue how long it's been sitting in there. And then I need to get a new kerosene jug to put new kerosene in so I can fill. But what I'm looking and what I'm finding in stores is the wick's going to cost $10 to $15, and the jugs are going to cost $15 to $20 a piece. So it's like $45, $50 to get everything. So I just have to get the money for that, and I'll have that. You bet 90% that old kerosene is fine. It probably is. I did was looking into it online, and people say kerosene's either good for 3 months or it's good for 20 years. So there's a huge gap in knowledge on how good it would be. But the wick for it is definitely like burnt out. It doesn't raise up barely high enough to light. I would expect. So I definitely at least need a new wick. Yeah, I know it's different than gas, and it is more stable. I'm well aware of that one. But I'll have heat next time we get down to -4 with a -30 wind chill. More like an oil and pretty stable long term stable. I mean, I want to start it up outside just to be safe anyway. When I do start it up, I'm not gonna start it up and something go boom in the house. I mean, I'm gonna at least play it safe. If the tree in the backyard catches on fire, well, whatever. Yeah, leaks, etc. don't think anything is really leaking out of it. Everything really seemed fine on it. You can lift up the base. The base doesn't seem rusted anyway. When I pulled the wick that's in there, when I pulled it up and out, you could see it didn't look rusted on the inside, so everything looked like it was in good shape. So we'll see how well it produces heat. Hopefully, I don't need it anymore this winter. I'm tired of cold weather, and I'm sure you are too, Dave. I know your temperatures are worse than mine here. So, but so my plans for this coming week and this weekend. Um, Hold on. Coleman fuel powered camp stove disaster on a kitchen table once. Lighted outside first time. I'm gonna I'm gonna play that safe. I mean, I have a tree that covers about 80% of my backyard, but it's a single tree that covers it. It's covered in leaves right now, so I'm gonna rake up a little spot to set it, set it down and give it a light. But it's getting tested outside. And I'm gonna get like a. I'm not gonna use a match. I know most people light it with a match. I'm gonna get a long what you call it lighter. That's what the word I'm looking for is lighter. I was thinking one of like real long lighters that are like a foot long, so I can stand away and then just light it from there. Um, but my plans for this coming week and weekend. Um, yeah, grill lighter. Um, I'm going to try and do a review, or I don't like to do reviews. I think I've said before I want to do a review of my Ryobi benchtop belt sander. I don't like reviews when I'm not familiar with the product. I'm going to be doing a first look video, just as a kind of this is what I feel about it, working with it the 45 minutes to an hour I've used it. And then if I've used it heavily over the course of a year, I feel that it's good to do a full review of the item. Because, you go buy a brand new tool, it works great for the first, year and a half, but you notice over the last 6 months that you were using it, it just wasn't working as well. You know, was it worth the money to only have it work for a year and a half? So that's how I do my reviews. I want to do a first look, and then down the road, I'm going to do a review of it. But I hopefully want to try and do that this week, if I have time this weekend. Because this weekend, I want to go. I have a project for a coworker. He wants a TV stand built. You've basically really reviewed your DR chipper. Yes, I remember that video. I did watch that. But my coworker, he has a project for me. Him and his brother. He wants their TV risers because they have their TVs on their dressers in their bedrooms. And he didn't think his brother had a problem with his, but he had me design one for him, for himself. And he was talking to his brother about it, and his brother's like, "Oh yeah, I could use one of those too." Um, just because his brother, I guess, when he's laying in bed, him and his girlfriend are laying in bed, uh, they can see their feet in the middle of the screen. So he wants a little riser too. So I'm going to make him a 6-inch riser, and then I'm making my coworker himself. He wants he wants a 1-foot riser, but he wants a shelf in the middle. For his Xbox. And he got a laptop just like this one that I have here. Oh, sorry about that. Just like this one I have here. he got one too. And it has a docking station that you can hook all the wires into the back, and you can run everything up through. And he wants to set that on the top shelf. So the only thing I'm having an issue, I want to go this weekend. I want to go to my company shop. It's like an hour south of my house, hour and a half. And I want to go down there and cut everything on our CNC machine that we have down there. We have a big 6-foot by 18-foot CNC machine with 3 heads. Very nice, very nice machine. That's actually how I started the company I'm with now. I started as their programmer, and then they moved me to the office, and I hate it. I hate my office job, but I like the benefit of being able to still go down to the shop on a weekend and use the CNC machine. And I know how to program the CNC machine, so I can just go throw a sheet of material up and make something. And that's also like that Santa I made. Obviously, he was cut on CNC. But I want to cut everything on the CNC just so much faster. Oh yeah, and scraps. I can take all the scraps home. They don't care. The company I work for, sometimes like some guys, they'll take a full sheet of plywood and they don't care. I knew a guy, he worked there. He took 2 skids of drywall, 2 full skids of drywall, and the one manager down there, he's like, whatever, just take it. Well, he worked at a metal shop for years, welding, cutting, grinding, whatever I needed. Yeah. They have my work. They have what they call it, the metal shop, and they call it the wood shop. Yeah, well, he was doing a whole house, or not a whole house. He's doing part of a house. He's doing, I think there was the bathroom and a couple bedrooms. He was doing for someone. And he knew he could just take it. Like I said, the manager, he just didn't care. So look at, I've never done that. I mean, I've for shits and giggles projects, I've taken sheet of plywood here, sheet of plywood there. All the material for my workbench here, this 4-foot by 10-foot workbench, I got it from the shop. The top is made out of 1/4-inch MDF and a 1/2-inch particle board. They throw this out. This is just thrown out. This is 4-foot by 5.5-foot material. They just dumpster. They get it. It comes for protection of the one material we get in. So they have no real use for it once it's off the material. So they just throw it away. So if I need to get a new top for this, but we haven't gotten the brand of the material that this protects. We haven't gotten that brand of material in for a while, so it's hard. I have 2 more sheets of 1/4-inch MDF, but I learned after doing this first top, what I did is I glued it together to laminate it so it would hold together. I wouldn't have to worry. But I learned I'm putting screws all around it that it's not going to move anyway, so I can really just use the particle board. I can just reuse it a couple times. The MDF is more or less just there as a base protection. So I have 2 sheets of MDF, but I can't put them on this top. I have 2 sheets of particle board under the table to sort of protect anything that I put under it from the concrete. I got that for free. I have there's plywood shelves under here. I don't think I can get my phone to reach because I have this really short 3-foot cord. I have these plywood shelves that I got out of scrap material that they toss in the dumpster. This is all made out of, they were 2x8s. I had them ripped down to 3 inches wide. They're like really rough cut 2x8s I had ripped down, I should say. They're 12-foot pieces. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 of them of the 2x8s ripped, and I made that out of my bench. That's what my bench is made out of. It works. It's funny. I can't really get scrap anymore, but now I moved to woods and bought a chainsaw mill. Yep, yep. I'd love to get out of this. Labor intensive but free. Well, that's where your cost goes. You don't have to pay for the wood, so all the money that you're paying now goes into labor. That's sort of how that works. What time? Okay, I'm trying to watch time because I want to make sure I'm not cutting into the Bearded Woodworkers live stream tonight. Sweaty Saturdays. Yep. That's generally the cost of most of the stuff I make. Like I made this forever ago for a buddy, just a little mock-up piece of 3/4 inch plywood. And he celebrates pagan holidays, so it's I guess they're sort of like their Christmas is Yule. Or I guess I should point over here more. So I made this up for him, and I asked, "Hey, do you want to make more of these?" Because he does vending events, where he goes and vends. I was like, "Hey, if you want me to make these, I can make them for you to sell, and you give me X percentage." But yeah, never really worked out. So, because those were also very intensive to paint, if I would paint them. But I think even like that, he said if he did that with like a walnut stain, it looked nice. Um, I do. Let me move this here. Yeah, this is like stuff they throw out. They throw this. I have quarter sheets of plywood. Um, that I throw out. Uh, these are some signs. Yeah, no, awesome. Uh, no, not really. You can kind of see this is a picture frame I made. Mm, you can't really read the text. I was trying to see if you can see the text a little bit better if I turn the light off. Um, but it just has a poem they had on my. Sorry for the break. Thing there. There's a poem they had on my pap's the card they gave out at his funeral. So I made a bunch of those up. I've had those for like a year now but I was waiting to get a bit. I got a bit, and the company sent me the wrong bit. I need a rabbiting bit to do the inside of the picture frame. Grab it out so you can put the glass and picture and backing all in. I ordered one. I double checked. It said 1/4 inch shank. They sent me one with a 1/2 inch shank, and they didn't want to give me a refund, and they didn't want to replace the bit. I got in quite the argument with them to get me a refund, but I eventually got it, and then I never bought a new bit. And then I found a bit. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. I found a bit in a set that my neighbor gave to me. It just doesn't have the wheel bearing, but luckily, one I bought has the wheel bearing um, has a wheel bearing set with it. So I can still use that wheel bearing set. I just can't use this hunk of metal that I paid $15 for. Oh well. But I got to do those, and then I got to go buy the glass for that. If it was the other way around, a 1/4 inch bit and a 1/2 inch router, you could at least ask for a free call it. I don't know. This is like a real cheap Chinese company. Because every other bit was like $10 more. I didn't really have the money for a $25 bit. Oh, hey there. Oh, and okay. Hey there, McKee's Oak Hill Farm. Um, What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, that bit. The Chinese company. That's what I was saying. They they were very stingy with trying to give me a 50. They didn't want to give me a refund at all. They're like, we'll give you a $5 refund. When I paid $15 for the bit, you got a nice collection of router bits. It was affordable, but it was like 20 of them. Let me look. Yeah. See, I got just down here. Sorry, I heard a weird sound. If you move this out the way, move this out the way. Yeah, I got a partial set that my neighbor gave me. It's missing a lot of stuff. Um, but it does have the bit I need. And I didn't see this before, but when I bought the bit, I doubt that the bearing on it is the right size. And that bit came with bearings, which I'm very thankful for. Yeah, it's a nice set here. Just missing bits. Bits are missing bearings. But it was free or I paid $10 for it. So yeah, it's like a really heavy plastic case. The acrylic here has a tendency to pop out every now and then, but other than that, hey, it works. That was free or $10, and you can't beat that. I mean, I paid $15 for one bit. um, Some of mine, buy a couple fill-ins, and you'll be golden. Yeah, I know. I thought about just trying to complete the set and buying whatever is missing, but I have to figure out also what goes where in this set because there's stuff misplaced. I just haven't taken the time. I don't use my router all that much because I always go down to the shop and I use the CNC because it's generally going to be faster than me sitting here with a hand router routing something out. I mean, just kind of how it is. Hold on, I'm gonna back a couple in. There's one sharpened router bits, or just buy new ones. I'm guessing later. They can be sharpened technically. Yeah, they straight bits are easy, or A45, but any OG kind of funky shape ones they're a little more difficult to get sharpened. Most of what I use is either going to be a curve for I don't know where my it's going to be like a curve piece like this or a straight cut. It's mostly what I use if I'm using my hand router. If I'm using the CNC router, Lord knows what I'm going to be using. They got some goofy bits down at the shop, but they're nice. And that's eventually what I want to get for myself here. I want to get a little. I want to get the Shapeoko 3 XXL, and I want to put it over in my corner of pile of wood down here. I'm trying to make sure I don't pull anything out. I want to move this cabinet off and put it over there in the corner. I think it look real nice. It fit in there real nice. I mean, that's kind of why I made my workbench so big, is so I could get a nice size little CNC to put down here. But what time are we at here? We're getting close to 7. Well, I'll also go a little bit longer too. Trying to think if I covered everything this week. Rebuild. load my benches. Yeah, I need a new top for this. I need my. I just thought my neighbor had a planer, a little hand plane. Uh, he was going to give me before he moved, because I'm looking at my top right now, and it's two sections. It's two 4 foot by 5.5 foot pieces of plywood and MDF, and right in the middle it's raised up. And I was like, I need to take that little hand planer that Dave gave me, and I don't have it. I don't have it. I gotta ask him where that went. um, so yeah, I have a neighbor named Dave. He's an older gentleman, and I've gotten a lot of my tools like that router bit set, my routers, my table saw. I got a lot of the stuff from him. My drill press, wherever that's at in this mess. Um, because he was getting older and he realized he can't do everything that he used to do, and so he either gave it to me or sold it to me for dirt cheap. And well, he was having some financial problems and decided he can't afford his house anymore. So he decided to move out, and he ended up moving one house down. It's a split house. He's renting the lower half, and he's lived on the street so long he knows the owner. The owner gave him like half off what he normally charges for rent, so he can actually afford to live somewhere. Um, and Yeah, he just moved one door down, so I still have him as a neighbor, which is awesome. That means I can also easily track him down for stuff that he still owes me, like a planer. I gave him $125. He gave me a table saw that has a router table insert. Then he gave me a bunch of ammo boxes. He gave me all kinds of nifty little items, actually. Um, and there's also a bunch of stuff outside that I have that I'd never brought in. So I don't know what's in these they're milk crates. He gave me a bunch of stuff that's filled with milk crates. I don't think any of it goes bad in water. At least I hope not. It'd be quite upsetting if it does all go bad. Stanley Hamplin can become ooh in their own rights. Needs a big space / house. Yeah, I don't have any room. Like back here, I have a weight bench that I got whenever I was like a little over 13. My dad bought for me. My roommate and my ex roommate now, whenever we first moved in, he wanted to use it, and so I brought it out here from back home. We put it up. His parents had a trailer. We loaded it up on the trailer. We got it in here, and he never used it. I've never used it. I just want to sell it because that's where I want to put my table saw for storage. Um, because I can't really use the table saw back there, but I can use it as a router table or at least back there, and it just takes up so much space. Planes are little. Your collection can fit in a shoebox or two. Must have an internal microphone. Huh? I'm using my laptop for a mic, and I'm using my phone for a camera. So if you notice desync, there is that's why. It's because there's some communication issues between audio and video. Yeah, I'm sorry. I try not to walk away too far. Is it still breaking up a bit? There's yeah. I'm sorry. I might. I think for the next stream, I'm just going to try my phone audio and see how that works. whenever I'm viewing it in I have Streamlabs, the mic just doesn't seem to nearly pick up anything. Like how when my stream last week, I guess it was kind of low. And there's nothing I can do about that. I am getting some things for streaming and video editing, or not editing, but video making, I should say. But a mic is not one of them. But maybe I'll get a mic this week. We'll see. If I do, we'll see it next week. One moment. I want to pick that up before I trip and fall and no one finds me for a week. Oh, I mean, my girlfriend might find me, but if she's not asleep, she'll be concerned in the morning, and I wonder where I'm at. But yeah, I might look into a cheap, little cheap, like you said, a lapel mic. There's something. I'm not sure how it would work with my current setup because of the app I'm using. The laptop, I don't know what I plug it into. I'd have to figure it out. Bought one for $10, which makes my third lapel mic. YouTube is becoming a thing. The one that came with your action camera is pretty good. Yeah, I would like to get an action camera. Action camera mics are hit and miss sometimes. Here's something I want to try. Why don't you guys? Oh, nope. You guys start chatting here. Something I want to try. I'm playing with. You guys can't see it until maybe you chat. Nope. I have to move it above the video. Let me move it in front. I'm trying something. Get a dead cat, a little that. Just not nice to call a fuzzy cover that. Yeah. Say some things in chat real quick. If you hear stomping around, that's my girlfriend. I apologize. That's not. I don't want audio. Chat box. That looks complicated to set up, and it doesn't look like it's working. Both have a dragon. Kevin has an 8-man, and I think his is a bit better, similar price. I have to look into them. It's something I want to try. Oh, I'm trying to set something up on my stream on Streamlabs. I'm not sure if it's working or not. It doesn't look like it's working on my end. I'm trying to set up a chat box that way. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was trying to set up. I wanted to see if it worked or not. $50 ballpark. That's not too bad. For yours or Kevin's? It doesn't seem to stay long either. I'm going to play with the settings on this. I was playing with some overlay stuff this week, but I couldn't test like this here, the chat box. There's stuff it'll let me test, but there's other things it doesn't let me test, so I can't tell what works, what doesn't work. In chat box, it wasn't letting me test it for some reason, so it works. I'm happy. I got to play with the settings because normally how the chat box works, if you haven't seen streamers use it before, is it will hold the entire chat until it gets so many messages tall, and then it just deletes the one and it moves up like a normal chat would work. But this one seems to erase it after 15 seconds or so. But I do like it. I'm going to turn it off for now because you can see it. Unless you're watching this full screen, you can see it off to the side. Please go away. Thank you. But yeah, better read quick. Yeah, I gotta play with those settings. I want to use that for future stuff that I might want to like if I'm doing like a shop, me working on something in the while I'm down here, and I just want to live stream while I'm working, chat with you guys. Um, but and I want to edit stuff down. That way you can still see the chat, but and what I was talking to chat with and whatnot. Um, I want to try that. There's some things I want to play with. Yeah, there's probably a setting, but it pulls up a very complex box that I can't even see full screen. So I'm going to ignore it and wait till after the stream to figure it out. um, yep, I know, Gary, you won't be on for another 30. Um, I am aiming for a roughly an hour mark for when I do streams because anything over an hour just feels too long with just talking like this, um, unless we really get conversing on something. Like I said, I don't know if you can hear that. My girlfriend's walking right up above me. So, but what was I going to say? I went over my projects for next week. I got my TV monitorizers. Hopefully, I gotta. I forgot about those. If I'm going to do them out of half-inch plywood, he wants them edge banded, and I don't have iron-on edge banding, so I have glue-on edge banding, and it's just a pain and a mess to work with. I got to get stuff set up for that. Dave, you are here. I have a question for you. Do you know where I can get some nice plotter paper like this? Nice big rolls. Do you possibly know where cheap is the thing? I want to ask my work about buying some back from them if I can get like a discounted price. Bless you. My girlfriend sneezed. Um, because bless you again. She sneezed again. Um, you can't hear the footsteps. That's why we can't hear you when you walk away off screen. Well, at least, yeah. What do you need the paper for? So I want to use this paper more or less to put down on my workbench whenever I might be doing gluing or something like that. That way it doesn't get down onto the bench itself. I want to put a couple sheets of it down, just to kind of make my bench last a little longer. My top last a little longer. Yes, she is doing a lot better. I believe she's not feeling nauseous anymore. I guess she had a little bit of food poisoning, and there was something else that I can't pronounce. A big word. I'm not good with medical terminology. Um, but she's doing better. We're at least home now. Um, as far as we're aware, she's still having the issue with her heart rate being high. She still feels dizzy when she walks. I went over that a little earlier. Um, I'm guessing she's done watching TV on her phone and she's come to downstairs to watch TV. Well, upstairs for me, but in the living room. um, but I forget where I was going. So, yes, that paper. I want to see. I want to put it down because I want to protect my bench top a little bit. The last couple of times I've done glue ups, it gets all over and I have to sand it off. It's no fun. Nearby, I have a plotter. I print blueprints a couple times a week. We use tea under mulch. Oh, you use it under mulch. Yeah, yeah. I could probably even if I'm just gonna be using it for like what you call it for protecting my bench top. I could probably get used drawings from work, and they're probably not gonna care as long as I'm not like maybe just not throwing them out or something. I don't know. Um, because we throw out a lot of it. We throw out a lot of Brown paper, that's an option too. I'm just not sure where to get large sheets of it or large rolls. That's kind of my issue. I'm not too concerned about protecting the surface of this top at this point. Do you have an order your groceries and pickup? What do you mean and order your groceries? You mean like order online and pick up? Yeah, Walmart. Uh, Can't afford to go Walmart pickup. Yeah, we have Walmart pickup. You're talking like get paper bags from Walmart, the brown paper bags from Walmart. Because yeah, that is an option. I just never do the order online. I have to always go in and buy everything. Although with the time it would take me to get from my work, even though it's a mile and a half away, it's going to take me 45 minutes to get to Walmart from work. I could probably order it when I leave work and then pick up when I get there. Or does Walmart sell rolls of brown paper? So I've seen the brown paper in rolls, mostly for like packaging stuff. It's like crazy. So we keep the bags and use it under mulch. Yeah, that'd be good use for it. See, me living in the city, I don't really worry about mulch. I don't use. I mean, we did have like a little garden bed out front that I was gonna put some garden soil, some fresh garden soil, and some mulch down when we moved in. But so much happened in the time of me digging up the old mulch and getting there were some big bush roots. We had the bushes removed and we had the roots removed too. But so much happened in between that stuff happening, and by the time was actually going to do it, that grass grew over, and I need to put something down to cover the grass, till the grass off. We just order online, keep the paper, and use it, and don't have to go shopping. Yeah, yep. Okay, yeah, you guys can't hear the furnace. The mic picks the furnace up just a little bit. I was just looking. Um, like I said, I've never used the Walmart online shopping. I think my girlfriend might have once, but I think that they standard would use plastic bags. I could be wrong though. Um, but paper bags wouldn't be a bad idea. If I get a couple of them, lay them down, and if something gets glued to the paper bag and the paper bag kind of tears, I think it'd be pretty easy to sand off too. Little fuzzy particles from the paper bag, that is. We're adding things to my to-do list, just by the way, just so we're aware. Finding ways to protect my bench top. I really need to clean off the back of the bench top. I can't switch camera. Shopping at Walmart. I generally don't shop at Walmart, just because it's out of the way. Yeah, if you can see my back of my bench right now, I need to clean it up. There's just wood, 12-foot pieces of wood hanging off the end there. I got a branch I was going to do something with, it never did. Um, I need to clean the back of that off at some point, especially if I get a CNC to put at that end. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I don't shop at Walmart normally, just because of where I work. Walmart's very inconvenient. Um, and I also, if you're unaware, I live in the city, and I don't do a lot of gardening or farming or anything like that in the city. So I don't grow my own food like a lot of people and content creators do. Um, I don't, there's not a lot of small mom and pop shops anymore in the city. I mean, once you get out in the more rural areas like where I'm from, there's smaller local stores that I always shop at. It's a grocery store, so hour and a half round trip. If we shop, it's 2:15 to 2:30. We pick up, it's an hour and a half. If we shop, we get plastic bags. If we order online, we get paper. Yeah, see, that is one nice thing about, I will admit, living in the city. I don't have long trips. It takes me 20 minutes to get to work, and I pass all kinds of fast food restaurants. I pass all kinds of grocers. I pass many gas stations, all in a 20-minute drive. I mean, I like it. Um, yeah, I don't have to make a day trip of shopping either. I can just drive 10 minutes down the road and go shopping at my local, not hardwood store. I don't have one of those. At my local hardware store. Um, I like the paper masking, paper, mulch, glue, protection, paint, protection. Masking paper, that's what it is. Uh, emergency, of course. Yeah, I don't. That is one thing I will admit. Living in the city is nice. I don't have to drive far to go to the store. Even where I grew up, we're a pretty rural area. Like there's like the population's less than 1,000, um, and we have our own local grocer in town. And it's like almost like a mini Walmart. We do also have the bigger store would be Dollar General. Well, not bigger in size, but bigger brand, I guess you'll say. And they recently remodeled. They moved over one store and got a bigger space, and they remodeled it. They have freezers and frozen stuff, or refrigerated and frozen stuff. Um, it's pretty nice, but most people will still go to the local store that's just down the road to do most of their shopping, unless it's Sunday and they close at 3 a.m. or not 3 a.m. 3 p.m. Jeez. 3 a.m. is a bit of a late closing time or early closing time. If it was 24 hours, I don't know. Um, I definitely miss the living out in the middle of nowhere to an extent, because I hate the city. I really do. I want to get out of the city. Uh, I want to move. I just want like 1, 2 acres of land. Do what I want to do on it. I want neighbors. Nothing super close. Like I grew up, I could see my neighbor's house down the road there, but if me and someone got in a yelling match in my yard, they're not going to hear it. Um, yeah, it's a bit of quiet out in the middle of nowhere. It's you hear on the other side of this wall right behind you, right in front of me. There's this much space in between my neighbor's house. Like, I'm happy I like my neighbors. They're my new neighbors because Dave used to live over there. I'm happy I like them. We get along pretty good. We invite them over for dinner. They invite us over for dinner. We get along. But it's just the fact that you can't walk in between the houses even. It's Plot house, iron center, slightly wooded, pretty private. Yep. See, my mom, we technically own 2 acres of land. My mom, and part of it was on a hill. From my understanding, is we owned like half this hill, and it was there's a farm right next to it. And they grew corn in the field, and then we didn't use it because it was just a giant hill with a cornfield next to it. So my mom, she didn't care. She let the farmer. The farmer would take it, use it to grow the grass. The grass would grow, and he'd take it, bale it for hay. If he's going to take care of it, for sure, fine, whatever. Let it. He can use it. But we technically owned it. But that's also like the neighbors beside us. Technically, they have a big barn and a little barn on the property. Um, but the only reason they have that property is because there's a road on it that goes back to their hunting camp, and they didn't want to sell it to us. So, but we always took care of it because we used the yard, and they said that's fine. So we can, as long as we take care of the yard, we can use it. So growing up, we always mowed it. We took care of it. We took out of any small trees that would have fallen in it. It was nice. We're only on 5. I have some nice woods on back. Very private, awesome. Oh yeah, to refresh. Yeah, I don't know how great my internet is down here. I do have one moment. Okay. I did have an internet booster that I needed to hook up here. Up on there's an air duct. Actually, yeah, you can see it. This air duct that runs back here. I had one up there. I don't know where it went, and that's concerning because I think we technically rent that from Verizon. So, well, I guess they'll charge us for it whenever we return everything, if we ever return everything. Um, we like our service. If you don't intend to farm or something on major scale, an acre is nice, assuming it's pretty private with trees, etc. Yeah, yeah, no, like I said, that's why I only want. I like the idea of 1 or 2 acres. I mean, I don't need a whole lot of land, just enough to have a little more, like you said, privacy, a little more space. Um, if I want to go out and have a fire in my yard, I can have a fire. I mean, I can sort of do that here, but the city law is uh, what is it? You have to be 10 feet away from any property line to have a fire. If you yeah, shed, fire pit, dirt bike, all that fun stuff. Um, but to be in the city, to have a fire, to be 10 feet away from any property line. The center of my yard is like really pushing that limit of 10 foot. It's like 12 foot to either property line, and where the way my yard works is I have to have it over to the one thing, so I'm within 10 feet of a property line. So I have to get permission from my neighbors to have a fire. Um, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I can't have a. It's not. I don't not like I have huge fires. I have a little 2 foot fire pit. Um, I have one that I made out of ACM, which is what McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. I'm sorry, I'm bad at. I've looked up the pronunciation of your name, and I still can't remember how to pronounce your name. I apologize. She did not see my Santa. That light had a pull string. I made a giant Santa that is going to be my new to-do list. I made this as kind of a gag, um, and yeah, that's my new to-do list, or my to-do list board, I should say. But yeah, I gotta. I'm thinking about screwing them to There's a post right there, but I also use that post for whenever I need to test my keyholes. Thank you. I made a bunch of little small ones. They're bigger than this. They're about 4 foot tall in total. That one there, 6 foot. Um, and that one doesn't fit in my car, so if we move, it has to go in the moving truck. because it's. I don't know why. Whenever I made it, I was like, I want to make it 6 foot tall, and um, I made it. I scaled the SVG file. I scaled it to 6 feet tall, and then I never checked the width of it. I cut it on the CNC machine at the shop. Went to go throw it in my car. It didn't fit. Huh? One moment. You okay? Yeah, I'll be up here shortly. I'll be up shortly. All right. Okay, the girlfriend's calling, so I guess I should get going. And it's also almost time for Bearded Woodworkers live stream. So if you guys want to go hop over there and go watch him. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I hope if you're rewatching, you enjoyed. I am trying to improve minorly over the course of these, but we'll see how it goes. It's kind of learning as I go. But you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you in content creators. I will talk to you if you join my Discord. I'll talk to you there, and I'll see you all in the next one.